We've all been there, right? You're looking at the back of a rack, and it's just this nightmare of mixed signals.
Oh, absolutely.
You've got fiber from one camera, copper from a server, twisted pair coming in from somewhere else. It's a mess.
Yeah, and it usually means a ton of external converters and just, hoping it all works. That's the classic infrastructure headache.
It is. And that's exactly why we're doing a deep dive on the Kramer VS-6464DN-EM today. Looking at the info from HDTV Supply, this thing feels different.
It is. I mean, the headline feature here isn't just that it's a 64 by 64 matrix. It's the Kramer core technology.
Okay, so what does that actually mean?
It means it's a modular chassis where you can mix and match copper, fiber, and twisted pair cards, all in the same box at the same time.
Whoa, okay, so you're saying instead of a separate fiber matrix and a copper one, you just slot in what you need.
Exactly. It's like a universal translator. You can route a fiber input directly to a copper output, and the box itself does the conversion.
No external balloons, no extra points of failure.
None. You just populate the chassis in increments of 8 as your needs grow.
So I'm guessing you don't have to buy the full 64 by 64 rig on day one.
No, you can start with an 8x8 if you want. But the real game changer is mixing the types of cards. That flexibility is key.
Right, but then you have to worry about signal integrity, especially over long distances.
Well, that brings us to the tech under the hood. They talk about Kramer equalization and reclocking technology.
And we know digital signals aren't like analog. They don't just get a little fuzzy.
It's what they call the digital cliff. The picture is perfect 1 second, and the next,
It's just black.
just black. Total disaster for a live event. This reclocking tech is essentially restorative surgery on the data stream.
So it's not just amplifying a weak signal.
No, it's not. It's actually rebuilding the digital integrity of the signal. It makes sure that even if you're pushing the limits on a long cable run, you stay far away from that cliff.
Okay, and it's handling data rates up to 6.75 gigs, resolutions up to 1080p. So this is a workhorse, not necessarily for bleeding-edge 8K.
Exactly. This is built for robust, reliable routing. And speaking of reliability, let's talk about redundancy.
Yeah, I saw the price. It's listed around $18,000. For that kind of money, I expect it to be bulletproof.
And it is. The power supplies, the fan racks, they're all hot swappable.
Meaning you can pull one out and replace it while the unit is running.
While it's running,
Yeah.
without any glitch in the video. So if a fan dies in the middle of a big corporate keynote, you can swap it, and no one in the audience will ever know.
Right, because 18 grand is a lot, but it's nothing compared to the damage from a screen going dark during a major event.
That's the calculus, yeah.
Yeah.
You're paying for that insurance policy. But, managing a beast like this needs good software, too.
I saw that, the Kramer Network Management. It mentions Maestro automation for things like switching scenarios.
Yes, because with 64 inputs and 64 outputs, trying to do things manually is just asking for trouble. This lets you automate and manage firmware across all those different card types.
It's funny, with all this talk about automation and reclocking, I found a review from a customer, a guy named Navitz from Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't praising the data rates. He
Yeah.
was specifically thanking Rachel Christian, the VP of Ops at HDTV Supply, for her personal service.
Huh. That's actually a really good point.
It's a reminder that even with this kind of five-figure industrial hardware, you still need a human to call when something goes wrong.
For sure. The best tech in the world is just a paperweight if the support isn't there.
So if we bring it all together, this Kramer Matrix is really for the integrator who's dealing with a messy, mixed signal environment.
Yeah, it connects the dots. It's all about stability and integrity, not flashy consumer specs.
But that gets me thinking about the future, about the lifespan of, big iron switchers like this one.
That is the big question, isn't it? The whole industry is moving so fast toward AV over IP.
Where this entire 64 by 64 physical box could just be replaced by a standard network switch and software.
All right, so the question is, 10 years from now, are we still installing these massive chassis? Or is everything just an endpoint on a network?
That's the gamble.
It is. But for today, if you need that absolute uncompressed, zero-latency reliability, the big iron still wins.
A fascinating peek at the real backbone of the AV world. Thanks for tuning in to this deep dive.